Channel surfers, I am just excited to have Dee here with me today because I thought she was about to kill me this morning when at the last minute we filed an emergency case. We're not going to get into the details about that because confidentiality, but yeah. I thought she was about to throw her hands up and be like, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with your BS. Lauren, what the heck?
I've been sick for a week. I was like, it's going to be like a slow ease into it Monday, but no, you had to throw me to the wolves right off of the bat.
Y'all, we are getting blasted this Monday, and we're about to blast you with some sister wives. And you know what, Dee? If we didn't have any brains, we wouldn't have any pain. That's why we're hurting today.
Yeah, I agree.
Sister Wives,
no pain.
Season 20, Episode 15. And we're about to find out who has no brain and no pain. Let's watch.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the hosts, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
And even today, we are just leaving all of our monstrosities in the edit. I have no makeup on. We just started. Rubber hits the road first thing this morning. We have been going nonstop. I haven't even eaten. I've got people texting me, asking me for updates about a meeting that my husband had about my son today. I'm just like, I'll text you back later. How was your holiday, E?
Sick. I was in bed the whole time, just about. I don't think I got out of bed until Thursday. I still don't feel 100%.
Texting you saying you're going to need a break from break. And
that's exactly right.
And here we are.
All year.
The first Monday,
no vacation.
First Monday of 2026. We are kicking it off right. Apparently, I haven't cashed checks from the trustees for like 3 months, 4 months. I don't know. My New Year's resolution is to get my shit together.
See, I'm like already. I'm ready to say fuck 2026.
Just day 5. I've got my shit together. It's been a lot with that little guy getting diabetes, being all extra sweet and stuff. My 4-year-old. Anyway, let's jump right into this. And we're going to jump right into what I'm 100% sure this episode was named after, which is Kody, no brain, no pain. My gosh, trying to interpret what somebody without a brain is saying like gives me a headache. That's where I'm at today.
Yeah, it was confusing to watch.
As it always is. We start with Kody talking about his apology tour with Meri and how the two of them controlled the escalation and the apology last week. They did so well. I'm sorry. All of this says to me that Meri eventually gave up and stopped talking, stop trying to communicate with you, and now everything's great. Because that's what happened last week. She was like, there's no point in talking to you anymore. You don't have a brain to figure it out, and you don't want to hear it. So she gave up, and everything is great.
Yeah, see, I think Janelle and Christine went into it not giving a shit anyway. They just let him say whatever. And Meri actually had some things to say, and it wasn't going well. And she probably was just like, you know what? Fuck it, let it go.
Even at the end of the episode, Kody talks about how Robyn has given him grace and loyalty. And by that, with the other ones not giving him that, I feel like he's just saying, you basically haven't questioned me.
Well, she's not questioning him because I think she puts most of the thoughts in his head that he has anyway. He's either...
True.
Yeah, he's either just kind of repeating in a Kody way what Robyn thinks, or he's defending her whenever anybody blames her for why things are the way they are.
And isn't it interesting? In the last few weeks with the apologies, I feel like Kody made more sense. But this week we have Robyn back, and I'm just hearing these same code words tossed around, like safe place, apology, moving on. It's like he's back on her script, which I don't remember it being that way in the last 3 episodes.
Well, and she was very specific in saying he had apologized for his part. Like, the other ones were to blame as well, but they weren't apologizing. It was just him. He was apologizing for his part of it. When in reality, I think the breakdown of all of the relationships was her and Kody combined. Not just Kody, but both of them.
And you know she's not saying it's that she hasn't apologized for her part. She's looking for apologies.
Yeah.
All this BS about me and Meri work together so that we won't trigger each other really just means Meri gave up and stopped saying anything and trying to communicate with me. And now, hopefully, her and her friends won't talk smack about me. That's why he thinks everything worked out well, is because he's just hoping that everybody has stopped talking shit at this point. All right, so we're going to Cinder Hills, which is a sporting area. It's just this big, vast desert land where they've been before. This is where Kody tells us Robyn flipped her ATV last time. And it's almost like he had trouble scraping together the words that Robyn fell off the ATV. It was definitely word salad. But then I'm like, is he trying to kill her? Are you afraid that you're confessing to something here, Kody? And back to the hypocrisy of Kody. Later on in the episode, he's like, I've always wanted to try this. Like, this is his first time ATVing at Cinder Hills. I'm like, no, earlier you said that you've been there before. Which is it?
Well, I mean, they've had those four-wheelers all the time. I mean, I'm sure he goes over there and anywhere else that he wants to with them.
I always just assumed that that's how they used Coyote Pass, but
yeah, me too.
Guess not. But yeah, Kody trying to kill Robyn. He won't even speak of the evils that could have happened. He knows it was premeditated. He probably let a little bit of air out of the tire, and then it just so happens on this trip he gets on the wrong ATV and almost takes himself out.
He was manifesting it.
And this time he flips his four-wheeler. So yeah, Robyn got on the wrong one. And he pops right back up like a jackass in the box.
It reminded me of like a little kid learning to ride a tricycle and how they turn it too quick and fall off of it. Then they just jump right back up.
And at this point... what does he say? I mean, it looks like a pretty serious accident.
He said, no brain, no pain.
No brain, no pain.
No, yeah.
And then he just keeps mumbling around like he doesn't have a brain. Maybe he got a concussion and they recorded this stuff afterwards. We should have had Kody checked out. We got some problems. I don't know. I think they were pre-existing. They might have been there before. But he says, I'm good. I didn't get hurt at all. He's just kind of embarrassed. Something about whiskey throttling. Can you interpret that for me?
I'm not really sure what that meant. He did say something about when he went to turn that he was leaning into that side of the handlebars and he forgot to take his finger off of the
throttle.
Yeah. Because to me, it looked like an amateur move, which somebody running on four-wheelers for years would know that was a way too tight a turn at that speed. You're going to flip it.
I had no idea what I was looking at. It all looked normal to me.
Yeah, I almost wondered if it was on purpose.
And then his little no brain, no pain, he immediately goes and tells Robyn her face is beautiful and kisses her.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a weird sense of judgment. Then he starts stuttering about getting dirt in his wound, but it's clean dirt, and this is how he's building his immune system. I'm guessing he's joking, kind of like I joke around and say that eating stuff off the floor builds mine.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's a joke. I don't know with Kody, though. I'm like, is he being witty and sarcastic, or is this no brain, no pain?
Yeah, it's probably a combination, because I think it used to be an expression like when kids were little and they'd eat dirt and stuff. Oh, it's just going to build their immune system.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's how that and modern medicine is how I build mine up. But all right. So Robyn has got some road rash. She looks concerned, but you don't see her trying to wrap his arm up or looking at it really. She's just asking him, are you okay?
No, and I thought she kind of exaggerated. She was like his whole forearm, and it looked like it was maybe 4 inches.
He needs that though. He needs somebody to
embellish it. Embellish it.
Yes. And to make a big deal about him.
Mm-hmm.
And Kody, classic victim, starts with, really in life, I've only been hurt in all of these relationships. Really, the only hurt I've had has been those bitches, Meri, Janelle, and Christine. So now I'm going to take this almost 60-year-old body, take it through the ringer, and see what kind of hurt I can get into. Let's see how far I can push the limit without, I don't know, breaking his neck. Like, what is he talking about?
I don't know. He's delusional. I mean,
Again,
how many
trying to
seasons?
interpret this with a brain is, I don't know. It's almost asking, like, what is an amoeba thinking?
Yeah, I don't know who he thinks he's fooling. I mean, all of us have been watching this now, what, 20 seasons, 21 seasons? How many seasons? What
Way
season
too
are we
damn
on?
long. We're on 20.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been watching it for so long. I mean, we clearly see who's at fault and not at fault by watching it. So who's he trying to convince other than himself? Because he's
And
not going to
how
convince
many
any of us.
had a feeling from the beginning? How many of us started the show like you're watching a train wreck and you're like, I know this is about to be a beautiful mess. Although it ended up being a much more boring mess. It's more like a tricycle hit a car.
You know, True. I started watching it just out of curiosity because, you know, polygamy.
But also the curiosity is, this is going to be a shit show.
Well, yeah, you expect it to be a shit show. You expect it to.
Like, these are some brave faces, but there's more behind the scenes. And
We
that's the
want
beauty
this.
of this. Here we are in season 20, and
Mm-hmm.
it's what we all, oh my gosh.
Can't stop. We can't stop watching it.
Do you think collectively we manifested this? Is it our fault, Sister Wives Viewers? I just gave Kody us to blame. We need to hit the brakes on this.
The next episode will have it. It's the fans. They manifested this bullshit that our lives turned into.
I mean, hey, it turned out great for Janelle, Meri, and Christine, which is pretty much this whole episode with them. I don't know. This Kody and Robyn, it's really just them riding around on four-wheelers, belly aching about the fact that he's been so hurt and he got divorced so many times, throwing out keywords. Like at one point, I wrote down in my notes, I have a brain and it pains me to decipher this. I'll give you the code words they're tossing around. So what do they want producers to hear? So they keep saying over and over and over, thinking this will get into the cut and will look great. Beautiful, safe, whole, emotionally unsafe. Things I've done recently that helped: accountability, peace, healing, loyalty, fairness, apologizing, how brutal they were, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just those same words tossed between Kody's mouth and Robyn's ass.
It's like they opened up a psychology 101 book or something.
And just memorized the chapters. Like,
yeah, because
chapter 1, apologizing.
even as I was watching it, though, I was like, you know, I was married for almost 30 years. I don't remember having conversations like that and using words like that.
No.
I just don't think the regular everyday people use those kind of terms when they're talking about their relationships.
And Kody then takes us to leg 4 of his apology tour, which is apologizing to Robyn for putting up with his BS, which basically means for not questioning me, for not trying to have conversations with me, for just agreeing with all the BS I spit out and not giving me any lip. I mean, really, that's the difference.
And twisting everything to make me feel like I'm the victim.
Oh, they're not even twisting. They're just putting it out there like it is.
She did. I think she spent
She
a lot of
twisted
time.
it so he doesn't look like the victim.
Right.
Correct. I agree. So thank you for doing that, Robyn. It's been very entertaining to watch this poorly crafted show that you're putting on. Anyway, he apologizes for not trusting Robyn, but then says, but then you have my trust. What does that mean? I apologize for not trusting you, but you have my trust. Again, are we all trying to be, are they giving us all lobotomies here so that we don't experience the pain of what we're watching? What is happening?
I don't know. I think it's...
Robyn, I'm going to need you to decode Kody because you seem to understand it. You say, thank you, and you have my trust. So she gets what's going on. Again, I think they have written a script. They are trying to fool us with this whole fake apology tour. And they're like, oh, yay, bravo. We are wrapping it up. They know what they're talking about. But the rest of us are like, this doesn't make any sense.
It's like they had a checklist and just started going down the checklist. Check, check. I'm sorry. Check. I apologize. Check.
I don't care if they want the apology or not. I'm just going to keep checking it off. And Robyn cries and Kody cries. I don't have anything else to say about it. It was just them BSing around on some ATVs. Robyn tried to kill, Kody tried to kill Robyn again, but he got on the wrong ATV. And they're just trying to show everybody they know a lot of words that they think will mean something to us. And because we all have brains, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's not, it's no brain, like you said, mo pain. That's what it is.
No brain, no. More brain, more pain. No brain, no pain.
I think the less brain they have, the more pain it is for all of us.
I guess the only other thing I thought about, Kody asks Robyn for forgiveness, and he said he didn't do that with the other wives. Is that true? I feel like he did ask for forgiveness.
I don't think he did. I think he was too afraid to ask for forgiveness, honestly, for them. I don't know that he would have gotten forgiveness from them. Because
that was the other thing. If he didn't, why? And I agree. It was the rejection. Mm-hmm. He couldn't take it.
No.
He couldn't take even commentary from them. Meri.
Well, yeah. We saw that with Meri.
Speaking of Meri, actually, let's jump into Janelle, because the very first scene, it's Janelle getting her spiritual release, and we see Meri and Janelle together for a second. But Janelle's got her spiritual release. It took 2 hours, so apparently a lot shorter than Meri's. Maybe like the first time it happens, then the church is like, all right, he probably just is a bad husband. Just give it to everybody.
Yeah. Meri's may have broke the ground. Also, Meri's might have been longer too, because she was actually a legal wife at one point as well as spiritual, even though they got divorced. So I don't know if that makes any difference. But it shouldn't matter
though, because this is just the spiritual side. The legal side is dealt with by the courts, which we already dealt with.
Right.
And the church could give two shits about legal marriage, because in their eyes, the spiritual is the only thing that matters.
My guess is Meri probably just broke the ground. Like, it was already in the books. Here's the record. Let's give this one too.
Once it gets slippery, then the rest just slide on down.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't allow cameras in there, but the producers asked Janelle as she walks out, how did it go? And she pulls out this envelope. And I've probably been watching too much Traitors this weekend, but I was like, oh my God, Kody murdered her. He murdered. That's how they do it on Traitors. Go in and they see an envelope and they open it up. It's like, the traitors have murdered you. No, she got the spiritual release, so she doesn't have to spend life in hell with Kody. And everybody was so nice. They're going to call Kody for her and give him the good news. She just kept saying, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, which that's her favorite cost of something, free. Janelle says a few times she didn't realize deep down that she would need it as much as she did after she got it. She felt like a weight lifted off her shoulders. She even says later on she would have worried about what if for the rest of her life if she didn't do this.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that she was emotionally felt better about it.
She was glowing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Glowing. Which we already see all of these women getting their glow ups after leaving Kody.
Oh my gosh, Meri is like a completely different person.
Well,
her
sense of humor is even better, if you can believe it.
She's a hella. I know.
Hilarious.
That's what she says.
This is a huge shift. Janelle has been married for 30 years, and now she is living single. She doesn't regret any of it because she has the family. Where Robyn, I wonder if she regrets it because she never got the family.
Oh.
That was supposed to be the benefit.
Yeah, Robyn's also been the downfall of the family. She's the reason why I think a lot of them are not speaking.
Yeah, but she doesn't believe that.
Neither does Kody.
She just thinks she didn't get the family. Poor Robyn and Kody, those victims. So after Janelle gets her spiritual release, then the celebrations begin. We start with Meri and Janelle. They go to a cafe, which is the number one places for divorces. It says Divorcee Cafe. I was like, is this a real place? So I looked it up. It looks like this is an event, like a meetup group maybe, because they have different events I saw all around the U.S. It's like a monthly, I guess she got for coffee. So maybe that's what it was for, because I did not see a place called Divorcee Cafe in Utah, but I did see that meetup group, which meets like all kinds of places.
I think it was something like Wise Dragonfly or something was the name of the place that they went, which I thought was really cool. I love dragonflies. So I was like, oh.
Well, that's your symbol.
Yeah, and it said that everything on the menu was made with love.
So while I was watching and taking notes, it was, I looked down the clock a few times. It was 12:34, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I saw it again at 111. Those are our signs. Dee and I are really into like the numbers and everything.
The angel numbers, yeah.
Yeah. God, I start talking about angels and my mind just completely leaves Sister Wives.
Sorry.
So the coffee, Janelle gets some Turkish coffee. Apparently some guy in college took her out for it the first time, and she said it's very thick and sweet. Have you ever had Turkish coffee?
No, it looked almost like syrup, though. I was like, ugh. I'm not a coffee drinker, though.
Hot chocolate. And I looked, it said it had chocolatey notes. I don't know. I'm not a big coffee drinker either. I did order this. God, this damn Facebook ads. I saw something. It was like $25 and it's a monthly membership. So I had to cancel it immediately. But it has mushrooms in it. I know we've talked about mushrooms before.
I've been wanting to try those.
It has like lion's mane and collagen. I made it once and haven't made it since. But it did come with a really cool frother, which I used to make some of my other drinks. So worth it. Anyway, sorry for the side tangent. They are really coming out with their family wreath. We talked about how Christine was like third cousins with Kody. That might have been last week. And then this week we're talking about Meri having an Eskimo sister with Janelle, who is her brother's ex. Do you know what Eskimo sisters are?
We've talked about it before, but I have forgotten.
They're sharing the Kody D. Trying to say eggplant. So yeah, basically Janelle rode her brother's eggplant and then shared an eggplant with her. Not weird. Not weird.
Yeah. So I think Meri said that her brother and Janelle were married to each other when Kody and Meri were getting married. And then they got divorced.
To Cody's wedding.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she got divorced shortly after.
I'm just glad that they're reminding us, just in case anybody missed it in the first seasons. Janelle is like, I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't that long.
It was.
I can understand why Meri would be more freaked out.
Yeah, it was her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I get it, Meri. I feel you on that. Meri and Janelle have like the shortest little conversation. It's almost like they're reading each other's minds here. I don't know. I got this vibe because Meri looks at her and says, "Are you?" And Janelle's like, "Yeah, easy." Meri goes, "Wow." Like 1 to 2 words. And they have this entire conversation like that. But Meri and Janelle, like, they don't address this. Again, they're just having like a caveman conversation. Janelle, she is getting the farm ready. She says it's weird because she's choosing everything for her new house, which I thought that was one of the benefits of plural wives, is that it was your house and you got to choose it. Isn't that what happened in Vegas?
Well, that's what I was going to say. When they were in Vegas, I don't remember him having a lot of input on the decor in those houses. When they went to the design centers, all of them were doing them individually with him. Of course, he was there with each one of them, but they were doing it. I didn't realize, I didn't really think that he had much input in any of it.
It really starts to make you wonder what parts of this story
we
have
didn't
been
see
crafted by them.
Yeah.
One of our channel surfers, Carmen. Hey, Carmen. She's been talking to us a lot on YouTube, and Happy New Year. Thanks for all your comments. She actually called it out. The hypocrisy in this entire show. How after Kody finishes his apology tour, he goes to his friend Brian and he's just like, yeah, no, I didn't mean anything that I said. So,
well, yeah, because if he had actually meant something in what he said to them, he would have relayed that in that conversation instead of, throwing them under the buses again like he does.
When you're not telling the truth, it's hard to keep your story straight.
Well, when you're not sincere and honest either.
Lies. They briefly addressed the ex-wives tour, which is basically they agree it was for Kody. They
Mhm.
both agree he was genuine. And then Meri says he doesn't know who we are. He thinks we're mad. He thinks we're hung up on him. We're happy. Like, he doesn't know us.
I don't think his little no brain can comprehend that the life goes on without his ass.
He doesn't have the brain to know you, Meri. It's the size of a squirrel brains.
It just can't register for him that life goes on without him for these women and that they're actually happier and thriving better.
This is why he's been so angry and mad, because he's just like short-circuiting, trying to think so hard.
Well, they say misery loves company. So maybe he's just not as happy as he wants everybody to think. And he thinks because he feels that way that all of them should be feeling that way. I don't know.
He just wants someone to stop talking smack about him, and that's why it was for him, because he thought he was manipulating them and everybody else.
He should quit giving everybody so much material then if he wants people to quit talking about him.
Stop putting on a show. Just show us the real Kody. Be interesting what Robyn would do with the real Kody. Leave his butt. I don't care how many times she tells him she's not leaving him. When she tells him, like, at the end of their little joyride,
She'll
I
probably
guess
leave
he's
when
so
the show's,
insecure.
she'll probably leave when the show's over.
I think Kody knows that on some level. This is why he keeps seeking reassurance. And he's doing this apology tour, not only for him, but for Robyn, because Robyn says that she likes Kody when he is the good guy. She doesn't like the bad guy Kody. You know what? The other wives don't either. The other wives had the bad Kody. This is why they left. And he's doing this apology tour to show her that he is a good guy.
So maybe it wasn't for him after all. Maybe
Well,
the
it is for
apology
him.
tour has been for her.
It's been for him so he can keep her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Meri says that, she's starting to date, and kind of weird to date after being married for so long. And then we cut to Parowan, and Mr. Ron is back in town. She can't help but smile. And she says that they're just friends. Is she cheesing like this over Amber and Jen? Maybe a little. I don't know. Anybody is better than Kody.
Every time Ron is in the episodes, though, she's nothing but laughs and giggles. Like, she's just smiling from ear to ear the whole time.
She is so flirty. And she's like, no, we are friends. I don't want to make him uncomfortable. And they're driving to go hiking and bike riding. They have like this whole fun adventure planned. And she sees this deodorant on his black t-shirt.
Oh my God, that would have driven me nuts.
It would have driven me nuts too. But she starts like second guessing herself. Should I touch him? Should I not? I don't want him to think that we're anything more than just friends.
Yeah, I'd have just been reaching in there and going, I'm sorry. I can't stand this anymore. You got deodorant on your shirt. I got to get it off. I would not have thought twice. My brain would not have allowed me to second guess it. I would have just been, this has got to go.
Even if it was me driving the car, you would be like,
I
hold
would have
on.
done it. Yeah.
Let me
Hold
get
on.
it.
You got deodorant on your shirt. Come here. Let me get it off.
But she's laughing like a schoolgirl. She's like, hee. Oh my deodorant. Oh my gosh.
Touching him.
And then he's like, yeah, this is weird.
Excuse me.
She's still getting over the sickness. I'm surprised you didn't get sick on Kody, because I was feeling nauseous when I was taking those notes.
Yeah.
She made it weird. I mean, I didn't think it was weird. I thought it was flirty, but he's like, yeah, this is awkward now, which I think it's just awkward because he likes her too. And he feels weird about getting deodorant on his shirt. I don't know.
Yeah, you could tell they're in that early stages where you say like really stupid shit and then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And you wait to see what the response is going to be.
I thought you meant early stages, like dating in middle school.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I mean, that's the way her flirting consists of nothing but giggles.
And
she shiggles.
She says at least 4 times in this episode what she loves about Ron. She absolutely loves that he can laugh and that he can have a good time, which I bet you were laughing and having a good time early on with Kody too. The love changes after 30 years of marriage, although probably not as drastically as it did with Kody. Exhibit B, Kody and Robyn having fun still over a decade later on four-wheelers, and they're goofing off like kids. Kody just didn't have the capacity for 4 women, which I don't blame him. I don't think I could have the capacity for 4 relationships, and maybe she's just making sure that Ron has the capacity for her before she admits too much and gets hurt.
I don't think once Robyn came into the family that Kody cared much to have much capacity with the other women in their relationships. I think he just wanted to focus on Robyn.
I think gradually, because I want to say like in the first couple of seasons, I think there were issues with the other wives, but some of those issues are them having opinions. And then he sees he's got Robyn who just
Always
tells him what he wants to hear, twist things his way, and realizing he could have somebody like that made him less interested in being challenged.
Yeah. It's a good possibility. I don't know. I just feel like from the get-go, he seemed to have more attention for her than he did the other 3 once she came
was
into
new
the
and
picture.
shiny.
She was that Axel model.
I mean, even if she wasn't, she would have been.
I don't think she was,
new.
but whatever. I can't
Diesel
find
jeans.
Yeah, that's what it was. I said, well, Axel, it's Diesel.
You said Axel.
Wrong part of the
men's
semi.
body spray.
Yeah, wrong part of the semi.
It's the fuel that keeps it going. This dumpster fire. Thank you, Robyn.
Thank you, NyQuil.
The fuel that's kept Dee alive for the last week.
That's right.
So Meri said that she wanted to give herself 2 years after divorce to get to know herself because she got married so young. And we find out that Ron has been divorced for 5 years. He kind of felt the same way. They both feel like they're living their authentic life now. Work and church and everyone around him was telling Ron who to be. And now feels like he's finally able to be himself. And he asked Meri, did you see yourself here in your golden age, like dating? I was like, no, she saw herself sexless and miserable. Because that's how the last decade plus of her life had been going. That's what she thought her forever
alone.
was.
I mean, she
Alone.
was so alone those last few years.
Oh, absolutely. So whereas he might have seen something different,
Yeah.
but that's the reality she was facing. But he was like, I did not see myself swiping. Kind of sounding like he might want to, settle down with somebody that makes him happy. Somebody that makes him laugh. Somebody that's hella hilarious. Somebody who rides that bike on fun mode. What mode are you on? Fun mode. Oh, Meri. Yeah, when they're riding the bikes. We get that amazing joke.
It was kind of cute.
It was very flirty. All of the laughing and
yeah. And they did have helmets on this time.
But so did Robyn. And without all of those big unbrushed curls, her hair actually looked better. It looked like she was kind of trying to go lighter, though. It had a reddish tint to it.
Could have been because they were out in the sunlight, but I thought the same thing. I was like, wow, her hair actually looks good today. And then I thought, it's because she's had the damn helmets on.
Yeah, the color didn't look as good, but getting rid of those curls was an improvement. I keep jumping back to Meri and Kody.
Robyn and Kody.
That one. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is the first Monday of 2026. It is so Monday for us. It is so Monday. But Meri and Ron, they have all of these awkward moments. Ron brings up how he asked Meri how she felt about romance in the first date, and she didn't answer. And it's like she has a hard time answering, but then she says...
she still didn't really answer. She just said that she liked that he did that it was a direct question and she appreciated it or she liked it, but she still didn't actually answer the question.
Well, no, she does. She says, well, yes, I'm romantic. And then he goes, okay, me too. Yeah, they hashed that out.
I thought they were talking about what they thought was romantic or something like that. Gotcha.
They did, but that's what I was saying. They beat around the bush before we got to her saying, yeah, I'm romantic. It was very awkward for them to have that conversation. Which also, if this is just your buddy friends, probably not having that conversation with them.
Right.
It's like, oh God, we're towing the line here. Meri says she doesn't know Like she needs to know herself and he needs to know himself before they bring somebody into the mix. And when she's saying this, she means before I bring Ron into my world, like I need to know what my world is before he brings me in. He needs to know what his is. But the way she's saying it, it's like probably what she was saying to Kody when they were talking about bringing on Janelle. We need to figure out ourselves before we bring somebody else in.
I thought the same way. It
So you got to
sounded
get rid of the
almost,
polygamy talk.
yeah, it sounded very polygamous the way that she had worded it. And I was like, wait a minute, what's she talking about?
Don't scare him off. He
Mm-mm.
actually thinks you're funny. He is a diamond in the rough. It's hard to come by there, Meri. Yeah, he finally realized she's witty and funny. He hasn't realized this over the phone, but I guess when she's sitting there laughing at all of her jokes, it's just laughter's contagious.
Laughing at her too. His jokes, her jokes, everybody's. She's laughing. She's just rolling. They're probably wondering what she's smoking. Sorry.
She's not smoking Ron's eggplant.
Mm-mm. Oh my
Nope.
gosh. And did, wait. You went over, you completely missed the part about him almost hitting the bus on the road when they were driving the bikes on the road. And he is like way over the yellow line. And so the bus is like blowing the horn and stuff. And of course he gets back over in their lane and they're laughing and stuff. And he's like, I thought that was a little dramatic. I was like, no shit, you almost got hit by the bus. I don't think it was too dramatic for him to blow the horn.
She's so funny. He's just ready to end it all.
No,
He's had enough. He has lived his life. Let's just ride in front of a bus.
No,
That's the kind of date Meri had. It was so good that her date tried to get run over by a bus.
Yes. I was thinking that it was like, you remember all of these like TV shows where like Pretty Woman walks by and then the guy like either rides his bike into a pole or they run into a pole when they're walking. I mean, that's what I was thinking when I was like, damn, he almost hit that damn bus looking at Meri. Meri, you go, girl.
Oh my gosh.
And then tell the bus driver, he was a little dramatic.
No brain, no pain. We could have found out if it hurt or not. We could have really figured out what's on Ron's inside. Which Meri, her type, is definitely what's on the inside because she just wants a guy that will support her and won't be intimidated by her, which he's not intimidated at all. He's about to hit a bus.
No brain, no pain.
So Meri keeps saying she hopes that they will have more adventures together. And they both agree that the journey, getting to know each other is more fun. They're both just so scared of getting hurt again, I think. They're like tiptoeing around each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is the longest cock tease. He's going to last 2 seconds once she gets him in bed. I thought he was about to kiss her.
Oh, man.
They have this whole montage. It's like this romantic comedy montage where it's like, you know, Hammond gets hit by the bus and then she asks him, are you laughing at my face? Ha, ha, ha. And he's like, no, I'm laughing at ice cream, which, again, not funny. They have the same sense of humor. I'm laughing at ice cream. We're going to get ice. Ha, ha. Not your face.
Maybe it's code. Ice cream is code for sex.
And then he's like, oh, you got more ice cream. I think the guy liked you more. They both have this stupid sense of humor. And then they go to sit down. He's like, oh, let's go put our feet in the water, which I thought he was going to go down there and kiss her. He's asked her if she's romantic. They're giggling the whole time. Everything is vibing. I'm like, he's about to kiss her. And they walk down there and Meri's like walking. He's like, are you slippery? I'm like, damn, is he Meri? And she's like, no, but I brought my lube. So of course they're about to kiss.
She's slippery when wet.
No, she's not. She brought lube. She is because they got in the water. And you don't even go for it. They just sit there kicking water on each other. So yeah, Ron got Meri wet during their date, but he was just splashing her with dirty river water.
Somebody needs to make a move.
He's not going to be able to resist. When she touched him, he probably got more white stuff all over his black shirt. He got so excited. That's why it was awkward. She made him bust. Janelle and Christine in the divorce party. Wild and crazy divorce party. There is a cake that says Wildflower Rebellion. What does that mean?
I have no idea. I assumed it was some kind of inside joke between them or something. I don't know.
I'm not even going to Google it. It's one of those days. Channel servers, if you know what wildflower rebellion is, let us know.
I mean, a wildflower itself to me is already rebellious. It's not like the annuals or the perennials or anything. It's a wildflower.
Just pops up wherever it wants to pop up.
That's right.
Usually can survive a lot more shit than regular flowers.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to be making flower arrangements. Nothing says rebellion like flower arrangements and giant fake lion tattoos that are not even placed on center. So Janelle's friend Angela gives her a tattoo on her back, and it is not centered. It looks crooked.
And it's dripping. Like, the drip lines were driving me bonkers.
It's a wild party. I mean, they have hot sauce.
It should have been shots, man.
It should have been fireball.
They should have had a real tattoo artist there.
And, like, one of them is, like, the picante, like, the mild Tostino's salsa. That's not even spicy. That tastes like ketchup. Chunky ketchup.
It was the weirdest divorce party I had ever seen, but whatever.
There is a variety of different backgrounds. We have people that were divorced from monogamy and remarried in monogamy, people that were divorced from polygamy and remarried in polygamy, people that were divorced from polygamy and remarried in monogamy. And then we have Janelle, who was divorced in monogamy, divorced in polygamy. Now she's like, screw this. I just want to go be a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, see, it can work out. She's like, yeah, it can work out for me planting flowers. Yeah. Oh, the flowers, because of her flower farm. See, watching this show makes me stupider. It took me way too long to catch on to that.
I wonder if that might be the name of the...
No, it's Tater Farms. Tata Farms.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry.
So, I mean, a lot of this is just, oh, yeah, I talked to Meri. Oh, yeah, we talked to Kody. Oh, blah, blah, blah. We know. We've seen it. Janelle's sister looks exactly like her.
Oh, my gosh. I thought the same thing.
Twins. And Christine's sister, Danielle, looks exactly like Peyton, yes. Her son.
Actually reminded me, and I cannot remember this woman's name, but in Game of Thrones, there was this character that looked like that. Her hair was blonder, but she was like really tall like her.
I mean, she looked like she was 6'6".
Oh my gosh. She was taller than Christine, like by several inches.
Way taller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but I like a foot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's a foot, but maybe. I don't know. NyQuil. Sorry.
What's my excuse?
I don't know.
And Danielle, she says my inner German is exploding when she eats the hot sauce. And she says it in a German accent. And everybody laughs. Can somebody explain this? Explain this like I'm 5. Why? What?
I have no idea. Maybe it was a German hot sauce. I don't know. I don't know. I think she was the only one, though, in the group that was still polygamous.
Yeah. And she was very happy the second time because she got to know herself the first time. I just couldn't get over how much she looked like Peyton. At first, I was like, is Peyton there with a wig on? Like, what's happening? And Christine said that they don't have the same mom. Annie isn't Danielle's mom. So I'm like, dang, her dad's genes are very strong because go 2 generations in, and Janelle says if she meets someone organically, she's fine with it, but she's not like rushing into marriage.
She wants to focus on the farm and this new chapter. Writing this new chapter.
Where she's at, she's going to find somebody. That's when you find somebody, is when you're happy and you're living your life and you're fulfilled in your life. She's going to find someone.
Yep, and it's going to be a perfect fit.
Christine does ask Janelle, are you done? Which we've heard her say throughout the seasons. Even when Janelle first left Kody, she was like, are you sure you're done this time? But I mean, she's got the spiritual divorce now. She's got rid of the land. She's got rid of the spiritual aspect. She's done.
She's moved across country.
She's done. I wonder how far she got away before.
Well, and pretty much the kids are grown too now, so that might have made a difference previously.
Right. Savannah graduated, which was her youngest. I think that's it.
I think so too. I can't think of anything else.
Channel servers, thank you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe. I think I forgot to say that at the beginning, but This is our first episode of this year, and we had to do emergency legal work this morning. We will be back tomorrow with 90 Day the Other Way. As always, thank you so much for joining us. This is the best part of our day. Like, I smiled just knowing we were about to jump on and talk about Sister Wives.
Yeah, we get to watch our shows and talk shit about our favorite stuff.
We also have a little surprise. We're going to be covering Traitors.
Yes.
Dee and I watched I watched all of season 3 over the weekend.
I have a couple left.
That comes out on the 8th. So we'll be dropping it on the 9th. Yeah, we're going to give it a shot. I was hooked. I watched the whole season in a day. So we're going to give it a try. So Traitors. Sister Wives is wrapping up. It looks like, was it February 1st was the last one I saw on their calendar?
Yeah. The tell-alls are starting, so.
Tell-alls start next week, and we looked last week, and TLC's calendar, at February 8th, they stopped having Sister Wives on the calendar, so I think February 1st will be our last Sister Wives for this season. All right, Channel Surfers, well, thanks again for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
Let's ride.